I was just reaching for my phone to see who messaged me when Matt rushed into the room and snatched it from my hand. He glanced at the screen, then looked back at me. "It's Mel," he said. "What's wrong?" I asked, my voice sharp. "Are you afraid I'll find something?" I studied him, a knot of unease tightening in my stomach. Something just wasn't right. The message was only 4 words. Did she find out? But those 4 words were enough to make my heart sink. They reeked of fear, like a secret someone was desperate to keep from me. The whole thing felt so strange, so suspicious, that I just kept staring at Matt. My bad feeling was growing stronger by the second. Then he laughed it off, placing the phone back on the bedside table. He pulled me into his arms and kissed me. "You're thinking too much," he murmured against my lips. "It's not about you, it's my sister Mel. She is trying to use me as an excuse to squeeze more money out of Mom again." Mel was Matt's younger sister. She'd been sickly as a child, so the whole family spoiled her rotten. She lived like a pampered princess, never having to worry about a thing. Now in her 20s, she didn't go to school, she didn't have a job, she just traveled, ate, and enjoyed life on her family's dime. "You're trying to take money from your mother?" I asked, a little angry. "Do you even know where her money comes from?" As he carried me towards the bathroom, he whispered, "Yes, yes, it's all your money. This is what I get for marrying such a kind and understanding woman." His words soothed me. Over the years, I'd always been generous with his family. I truly believed that family peace was the key to success and that kindness was always the right path. Later, lying in Matt's arms, my doubts began to fade away. I felt calm and safe. That night, I brought up the topic of buying a house in a better school district again. We'd been in this small apartment since we got married, and while I didn't mind the size, I didn't want our daughter, Eva, to start her life at a disadvantage. She was about to start school, and there were no good options nearby. We had the money saved up, but Matt always said there was no hurry, that he wanted to find the perfect place in the city's fastest growing area so we'd never have to move again. This time he didn't argue, he just touched my shoulder, kissed my forehead and said, "Okay, I'll look for some places and you can choose." I felt a wave of happiness wash over me and fell asleep dreaming of a big, beautiful house. The next morning, right after I dropped Ava off at kindergarten, my best friend Ivy called. She wanted to meet up at our usual spot. I agreed immediately and grabbed a taxi. Ivy and I are as close as sisters. We can talk about anything. She's a talent manager at a media company, so she's usually swamped with work. It was rare for her to call me out of the blue like this. When I walked into our favorite dessert shop, I saw her in the corner, her laptop open in front of her. The morning sun made her look so calm and beautiful. She waved me over. I sat down and joked, "What's this? The busy Miss Ivy has time for little old me this early." Ivy rolled her eyes. "Can't I just be worried about you?" I laughed and took a sip of the coffee she'd already ordered for me. "Aren't you always the busy one while I am the one with all the free time?" Her expression turned serious. "Don't get too comfortable just because Matt treats you well. I've warned you before, it's easy to become a fool in love." Her words made my heart start to pound. "What do you mean?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "There's something more, isn't there?" She glanced down at her laptop as if she was trying to hide her face. "Oh, nothing," she said. "I'm just kidding." After a moment of silence, she looked back at me and said quietly, "I saw Matt the day before yesterday, 2 days ago." I asked, my voice rising, "Where?" My nervousness was so obvious that Ivy immediately noticed. "What's with that look?" she asked. "Where did you see him?" I demanded again, all pretense of joking gone. But before she could answer, her phone rang. She held up a hand, signaling me to be quiet, and leaned back to take the call. After a few short words, she suddenly shot upright. "What?" "I'll be right there." She slammed her laptop shut and shoved it into her bag. "I have to go," she said, already standing. "Let's meet up another time." "Wait." I tried to stop her, but she was already rushing out the door, ignoring me completely. She saw Matt 2 days ago, But 2 days ago, he was supposed to be on a business trip in Kanta. So where did she see him? Was Ivy in Kanta too? Or was Matt never there at all? A cold fear started to creep into my heart. The memory of that TikTok video I'd seen, the one with a man who looked exactly like Matt, flashed through my mind. Was it really him? Had he been lying to me this whole time? Was he having an affair? I sat in that, and even though the sun was warm, my whole body felt icy cold. I couldn't stop shaking. I thought about Eva. What would happen to our little girl if Matt really betrayed me? I was so lost in my thoughts that I completely forgot to pick Eva up from kindergarten. Luckily, Matt came home early that day. When he realized I'd forgotten, he just gently comforted me and went to get her himself. After he left, I forced myself to get up and start dinner. But before Matt could get back with Eva, his sister Mel walked in. I can't stand it, but Matt always lets her do whatever she wants. She dropped her bag and leaned against the kitchen doorframe. "Why are you cooking?" she asked. "Where's my brother?" "He went to pick up Eva," I said, not looking up from the vegetables I was washing. "It's already so late," she said, her voice dripping with blame. "And he's only picking her up now." She always has this spoiled, entitled attitude, like she owns the world. Her mood towards me is constantly changing, but I've learned to just put up with it. She's Matt's sister, after all. "Do we have squid?" she demanded. "I want calamari." I pointed a thumb toward the fridge. "Look inside. Your brother probably bought some." Just then, Ava's sweet voice came from the door. "Mommy, I'm back. Why did you forget to pick me up today?" She ran over to me, her head tilted. I felt a pang of guilt but managed a smile and tapped her nose with my wet finger. "Mummy was busy today, sweetie. I promise I won't forget again." Matt came in behind her with her backpack, his eyes full of love as he looked at us. Mel went over to the door and beamed. "Matt, why are you here?" he asked, taking off his coat. He walked straight into the kitchen, hugged me from behind, took off my apron and put it on himself. "I'll cook," he said. "You go play with Eva." Mel let out a sarcastic little laugh. "My brother is such a good husband. I want to marry someone just like him." "Get out of the kitchen," Matt said, shooing her away. "Stop causing trouble." "I don't want to," Mel whined playfully. "I'll help." "I need to practice being a good wife." I sighed under my breath. The nerve of her. She does nothing all day, mooches off everyone, and still dreams of landing a perfect husband. I took Ava's hand and led her out of the kitchen, out of sight, out of mind. Just as we left, my phone rang. It was Ivy.